Hey there, guys. It's me back again, Casanova Reviews. I want to start this video by saying that my scent of the day was a Sorrow Wanted by Night. I could have seriously easily bought a full bottle. I think they run around, I think the ship is, I think, around $32, I think. But when I was searching on eBay, I ran into a 5 ml decanted. I believe it was either $5 or $6, so I decided to go that route. Um, and today was the first full wearing, besides smelling it that day that I got it. I did one spray, but today I gave it a full wearing. And right when I was on the car on my way to work, in the back of my head, I kept thinking like it reminds me of something that I already have. And all day, I was smelling myself, and it kept, and then it finally came and clicked. What it was reminding me of, it was uh, Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. So when I got back from work, I sprayed Paco Rabanne, and indeed it has a lot of similarities. To me, the only difference is one thing by night, it's a little sweeter, stronger. It can be a little too much. I did around 6 sprays. I didn't get no compliments at work, but I feel it might do better justice, if you go out, like the name says, maybe to a bar or on a date or something. But enough of that, because I just wanted to let you guys know what I wore today. But the fragrance that I want to talk about, um, and it's not gonna be a review. It's gonna be more of a first impression, but not really, since I have given this fragrance 3 full wearings, and the day that I got it, the first spray. So it's probably gonna be more like a first impression slash opinion. Um, the fragrance I want to talk about today, it's none other than Parfums de Marley, Layton. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I blind bought this uh, without even getting my nose on it. I've been wanting to try this house, Parfums de Marley, because you know I seen it in a lot of people's top 10, and it's highly spoken in the fragrance community. They're, they say they're, for being a niche house, it's very likable, and most of their scents are very safe. And when I did some research on the house, Layton kept popping up like everybody's top 5. Uh, so I thought, man, if I'm gonna get one, it's gonna probably be Layton, since it's probably the one that gets more hyped. I seen Herod too. They get high Pegasus, all the other ones, but I decided to go with Layton now. There is a local place where I get my fragrances. Um, I usually buy online more, or on on Facebook groups, but there is a local place. It's called Classic Perfumes Wholesale. It's here in Dallas, Texas, and I just like going there a lot. Well, with COVID, I stopped going for a while, for a few months, but I like going there because that's the place where find a lot of vintage stuff. For example, the original Express, I found it there, and usually when they don't even know when things get either discontinued or reformulated. Except one time, I think, think they had a Scala magnetism, and I tried. Uh, I saw it laying on on the one of the bottom shelves, and I told one of the ladies, "Oh, I want that," and then she's like, "Oh, I don't. It doesn't have a price, blah blah blah." And then I think she was gonna sell it to me for 20, and then this other lady came, and she looked on eBay, and next thing she wanted like 100, which I wasn't willing to pay that, because I went through at least 2 bottles back in the day when they used to have it on TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and all that. But anyways, enough of that. So the reason I brought that place is because um, they carry a lot of they, they carry a lot of niche stuff like Bot Number Nine, Creed. Believe it or not, that's where I have bought my last two Montal Starry Nights because the price there is $80 for most Montals and Manceras. I bought red tobacco for $80, so it's even cheaper than online. So I like going there. And one of the last times I went, I saw they carry Parfums de Marley. So I decided to do some research and see what I would like. And I decided to go with this. Now, I did buy a tester, came in a white box, because they do show a lot of testers in that store. That's why I like it too. And I took the, the, the plastic thingy that came with the notes. I took it out, so I'm really gonna go by my nose. And you know, I did saw and read that this has a lot of similarities with Boss Bottle Intense, which I never owned Boss Bottle Intense, but I'm very familiar with Boss Bottle because that was one of my bangers back in back in the day. And actually, I gave my Boss Bottle uh, to one of my friends because I don't know if any of you guys that have a lot of fragrances. I don't know if you're like me, but I found myself giving away a lot of my cheapies because I have a lot of friends that when they come over, oh, what smells good, or oh man, I really like that. Oh, can I have it? And I usually end up, I remember when I had Nautica, there was a time that I had like 4 bottles of Nautica because that was like one of my favorite scents, and I gave away like two. Um, but anyways, let's go back with Layton. So guys, I pay 140 at that place, and the reason I have to bring the prices. So after watching all these reviews and all the hype, um, I was really excited. I'm like, well, they say it smells like Boss Bottle Intense, but to another level. There was even some reviews that I saw on YouTube that they said that the first spray, the spray is so delicious, so mouth watering. Like I'm telling you, like it's kind of like on videos, it's kind of like the next Aventus, right? Like everybody's hyping it up. Uh, so guys, the first time I sprayed this, I was disappointed. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. I know I'm gonna get some bash, but I wasn't that impressed. Uh, don't get me wrong. It doesn't. To me, it's not the worst fragrance, right? But I think it's a little overhyped, to be honest, especially for the retail price. Now, when it comes to the bottle design, it looks so badass on my collection. This cap alone is heavy as fuck, like 5 pounds. Well, I'm kidding, maybe like at least 1 or 2 pounds, but I know you can hear that. And even the bottle is heavy. So this is 4.2 ounces, and the retail price is 290, which with taxes, let's just say it's 300, right? Is it worth the $300? Hell no. I'm sorry. Fuck no. Is it worth 140? I don't know. I can think of 10 fragrances that I would rather pay 140 than this, to be honest. Now, what does it smell like? Funny thing is, uh, I told my girl right after I bought it, later that day when she came, I took to smell my hand, and because usually when I get something, especially if it's expensive, I always tell my wife like, hey, what do you think about this? Blah, blah, blah. This time, I let her like smell it from the cap. And she told me that smells like cough drops, and I was like, cough drops. She was like, yeah, like halls. And you know what, guys? After like she told me that, because sometimes with fragrances, like until somebody tells you or you read the notes or you see a review, like it clicks right now. It does have like the halls opening, very, I guess, fresh, but it really, to be honest, it does have a nice vanilla smell to it. Now, where I got disappointed is, and that, I think that's one of the reasons why I was excited about getting it is uh, I heard from other reviewers that it has a nice apple uh, note on it, right? And like Nautical Boy is one of my favorite. It's like really crispy, fresh apple. Uh, but this, I don't get the apple. I mean, maybe in the background, and it's more like a apple pie, like baked apple pie. And the only reason I say that is because I work I work in a bakery, so it does kind of remind me of an apple pie, little cinnamon, and then the vanilla, and then the hall smell. I don't know what makes. I don't know the notes for this. I didn't even look at it before I made the impression opinion. But it does. I mean, that's all I gave. Does it smell like Boss Bottle? I don't know. Intense, because I never got my nose on that. Does it smell like the original Boss Bottle? It does, maybe a little bit. Now, as far as longevity, this thing is potent. Like, seriously. But I don't, maybe the reason I can justify, because I do like getting compliments on most of my fragrances, and I have wore it 2 times to work, and actually, one of my coworkers got offended. She said she didn't like the smell, that it was too strong and not pleasant. Now, from the 3 wearings that I've done, I got one compliment, and uh, in my store, every department we have to help with the crowd control, the entrance. So all we do is just uh, sit there and make sure that customers are wearing their face masks. And I did have an older lady saying, "You smell good. Like that's why they got you over here." That was weird, right? She did say that. Um, and then the third time that I wore it to the club, and I did maybe like 8 sprays, and I was told by my friends. I don't consider that as a compliment, because to me compliments have to come with somebody that don't know you. To be honest, for me to count them, right? But my friends that went out with us, they did say that I smell pleasant, but I don't know. The only reason I don't want to give it a final review, because fragrances do really change sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. I think I mentioned it on one of my earlier reviews. Um, can give you an example real quick. Black Orchid by Tom Ford. I swear, the first time I smelled that fragrance, I was like, "What the fuck is people think that this shit is good?" And because it's hyped by some guys, but it grew on me. Like, seriously, there was a time that Black Orchid was my friend, my scent to go clubbing. Like, I kid you not, Black Orchid was one of my bangers. When I went to a bar, club, that was my scent, and I got so much compliments. People telling me, "Oh, what's that? It smells so unique," especially in the colder nights. So the reason I don't wanna truly bash this, and not really bash it, because it's not a bad fragrance. It's just the price. To me, like 290 is too much. I'm being honest, but I'll probably give it a full review at the end of the year or sometime next year, because I want to give it a chance in the winter. like I said, I live in Texas, and I don't think we had so far lower than 80 degrees nights for the summer. So that day that I wore it, I don't remember the temperature, but it was hot. It was probably in the high 80s. And the day the days that I have wore it to work, it's been hot, like 90s. So maybe that has to do something. Fragrances do change uh, and smell different. Maybe I kind of don't care a lot about it because it can be a little too sweet for me right now. And maybe in the winter I'll like it better. But one thing for sure, guys, is if if you guys are thinking about trying this house, and actually I'm thinking about buying another one. That's weird, right? And it's just because of the price, to be honest. Uh, I'm thinking about probably getting Harriet or Pegasus, but I would recommend finding a discounter. Guys, is the presentation worth? Is it worth $150? Fuck no! You're gonna pay $150 more to get the box and the whole. Like, guys, go with a tester, man. I don't know if you can find them online for 140, but you know, maybe look local, because I think a lot of fragrance places uh, are carrying Parfums de Marley now, or maybe even look for them on Facebook groups, or I don't know, or at least sample it. I know I shouldn't even be giving that advice because I blind bought this, and to be honest, if I would have had sampled this, I probably would have not spent 140. To me, uh, this is $100 all day. It's like a Chanel. Well, I wouldn't pay more than $100. That's just my opinion. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a few more wearings. Uh, but I'm gonna wait till it gets more cold and see where it goes. Anyways, guys, this video got carried away. See you next time.